The Three Sides to a Story is a pop culture podcast provided as a public service, but is neither a legal interpretation nor a statement of policy. Reference to any specific product or entity does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by Three Sides to a Story or the hosts. The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the podcast does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. Views and opinions expressed on Three Sides to a Story are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect the view of any entities they represent or any of its officials. If you have any questions about this disclaimer, please contact 502-696-5300 and ask Daniel Cameron why he didn't arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor.
Yo, you are now rocking with Three Sides to the Story, the pop culture podcast for the people. They say there's three sides to a story, one side, the other side of what it really is. Each episode will tackle topics from three perspectives, try to get to the truth. It's your boy Tony B with the homies Rex Cruz and Aubrey. Follow us on Instagram at Three Sides to a Story, on Twitter at Three Sides Pod, on Facebook at Three Sides Podcast. Subscribe, tune in, and turn us up on all your podcast platforms.
You're not rocking with the best. Fellas.
Yo.
What up?
Oh, man. Today is going to be an interesting conversation. I think we got a lot to talk about. And Tony B, as usual, has his goddamn... what you call it?
Nah.
The laptop with the platform on it and everything we're supposed to talk about. But
fact checks.
Sometimes you gotta go off cuff, man. You know? I mean...
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta go off cuff.
I think the last episode we had that we was talking about like nickel bags. It was like nickel bags and dope spots and
2 for 15s.
all kind of weird shit.
40s and...
Yeah, it was fun, man. Like to reminisce, and I think we may have found something. But you know, Tony B gonna keep us on point. But I wanted to open the conversation, man, with a couple things, right? Like, so I was telling you, Tony, outside that something happened to me. What's today? Today is what? Wednesday. Yeah, so I went to work on Saturday, right, to go work on like a project. Went to the crib and went to bed and all that shit. Dude, I woke up the next morning and I couldn't talk. Like, sore throat, like, fucked up. Like,
you felt like sick, couldn't talk, or?
No, I wasn't sick. I didn't, like, feel like a cold or nothing like that. It was more like, it was weird, man. It was like the back of my throat had swollen or something like that. And I was trying to...
What you was doing the night before?
Yo, I wasn't doing shit. I was working, bro. That's what's funny. And I wasn't drinking. I wasn't doing nothing. I didn't eat no food, so I didn't have an allergic reaction. And I wake up that next morning, bro, and I couldn't fucking talk. And it fucked me up. And it was like for at least 24 hours, man. Like, I had soup. I had fucking turmeric bombs, or you know what it's called, Tony? Turmeric. Turmeric.
Why do I gotta know?
Because you Indian.
No, you right. I did know that. Yeah.
But yeah, I had all that type of stuff. Then I took some throat lozenges, dog. That shit didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
When I tell you nothing. And it lasted for like 24 hours. And then I woke up, I think it was like Tuesday morning, right? So I had it Sunday, all Sunday. Monday, had it. And then I woke up on Tuesday morning and it was completely gone. Like, gone.
Like, no trace of it.
Nothing. And I took a COVID test and all that shit. And because I was like, yo, like, what the... I don't know what it is. And I'm nervous now because my daughter is around me. So I took that shit, dog. And then on Tuesday, on my way to work, one of my bosses called and was like, hey, let's go to lunch. I'm like, cool. And so I'm driving to work, dude, and this is real spit, man. Like, this is real spit, and it's super emotional, but I'm not going to fucking cry about the shit. But so I'm driving, and I see this this vehicle that looked like my homeboy's dad's vehicle, who's deceased now. But he would drive us in his truck, and we used to be super embarrassed because it was like a garbage truck. But it was like not like a city garbage truck. It was like, an old man, old black
collector
man.
Truck.
Collector truck. So I saw a dude on the freeway and I'm like, oh shit, this is dope, man. Like I remember that type of shit. And then I pull off on the freeway and then pull up to the job. And there was this, I parked my car, paid the meter, and it was this chick.
I just paid the meter as you said that. Literally,
See,
literally
I'm
just
telling
hit
you,
it.
look at God, bro. I'm telling you,
Right
like,
there.
So I get off the whip to walk into the office, and it's this chick walking like this, bro. Like she wasn't. I know she wasn't. She didn't look what people would think to be crazy or homeless. Like she looked like a regular woman, but she had her palms out to me, and I'm like, oh shit! Like the only people that I remember that do that is like Muhammad or like Jesus or somebody that was welcoming you into their life. So I'm like, okay, like this is crazy. Lost my voice. I see something that reminded me of something I was embarrassed of as a kid. And then I see this woman opening me with like welcome arms. And then my boss invited me to lunch. And I started putting all this shit together, bro. And it was fucking weird. So what I first learned was I talk too much. Like sometimes you gotta like, there's an art in shutting the fuck up, right? And that's what my voice being taken away from me was about, in my mind, right? It could be something totally different. But then my homeboy's father's truck, when I saw that, was like, man, like accept the things that you may be embarrassed about, and it's all right. I was embarrassed about, going to school with my homeboy that was, his father was a garbage man. And I used to be embarrassed of that.
Yeah.
Like, we all did. We both did. And then the woman walking to me with open hands was like, yo, like, it's again another thing of like being able to let light and things into your world.
Welcome
and
it in.
not being so closed off. And y'all know me, man. Like I'm very like, to a certain degree, I'm very like, unfortunately aggressive, knock on wood. But like in a weird way and not in a bad way. And then the last one was my boss taking me to lunch. And he was like, yo, man, like, you got passion, but your passion is mistaken for aggression. Then I started realizing, like, at some point, man, like, maybe, yo, like, maybe niggas is too, like, like all of us are maybe, like, too egotistical or maybe too in your face or too aggressive. And sometimes, like, just because, we all know we dope, right? But at the same time, maybe we don't have to, like, talk about that. I want to hear your point of view for sure, like, but I think sometimes, like, it's worth us, like, falling back because we all been put in these interesting positions where we can tell people what they should and shouldn't do and blah, blah, blah. But, like, what does it mean to, like, fall back?
But I think it's like an art. You got to do a bit of both. Because I think at the flip side, I come from the opposite, kind of more the quiet side in a sense, right? So
that's true. That's interesting. Yeah.
I'm pretty much, and from what I've always heard is like you got to tout yourself a bit. You got to tell people. You not tell people, but you have to, And I don't know what the word is exactly, but you can't just be, not saying be quiet, but you have to remind cats.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you probably wouldn't know, but you're somebody who I always admired or looked up to in that perspective of figuring out being able to say what I want to say and do what I want to do in the right way. But then I was like, if I can kind of...
That's too far.
No, not at all. Not at all. I was like, but if I could take a bit of that and do what I'm doing and put it in my perspective.
In your own way.
In my own way to do it, that's kind of the outcome that I would like, right?
Yeah.
And the homie P, same thing, Paul, was like that. We've always said, I guess, that's kind of been a flaw of ours in the sense that
he's the same way.
Yeah, we kind of keep it humble, right?
Mm-hmm.
And unless you know, but again, that's kind of fun. Ironic that you said the opposite end of it, but there is a fine line how you have to merge it and kind of have a balance of it together to remind cats. You got to check cats.
You do.
You know what I mean? You have to do it artistically, and
yeah, so it's not off-putting.
So it's not fearful, right?
Right.
So it's not like, because then it becomes just like, yo, you a bully? And not talking, I'm just talking in general.
No,
'Cause
in
anything.
general. Yeah. I'm
In
with you.
anything, yeah. It can't be like anything. It's got to be like, shit. Like Kobe, right?
Yeah, and it's funny because
Like Kobe's an ass, or rest in peace. Kobe was an ass, but like, even though he was a jerk in that sense,
you still loved
Like
him.
you respected him.
Like that when at the press conference that time when they were like, "Yo, why aren't you happy?" And he was like, "Why would I be happy right now? It's not finished."
It's not finished.
Yeah,
we haven't won anything.
But so what? Yeah,
Yeah.
the job's not done. Why would I be happy?
Yeah.
You know.
And I think sometimes, like in our profession, and a lot of the folks that's listening, like when we in this profession of like whatever it is, right? We have an opportunity to either like lead by being a boss, or lead by being an employee, like of yourself. Even if you own the company, like even if you own the company, you're still an employee of your company,
Right.
and
You on salary.
Yeah. Like sometimes you have to fall back, and I think like that phone call I just had, or that email I just had, and I shared with y'all about my business partner, like being the yin or the yang to like my aggression is important, and the question becomes, I think now, there's a lot of people that's listening right now, like how do you approach shit? You know what I mean? Like how do you approach when you don't agree with somebody at your company, or how do you deal with somebody that like has stepped over you and tried to do something without you knowing, but you're supposed to be the person that should know.
Yeah.
Like how y'all deal with that shit, man? Like how y'all deal with that?
I mean, like first, I just want to go back to what you were saying earlier about the aggression thing, because it's crazy that you were bringing this up today, because I've been thinking about this on my side a lot too, because you know how like me and Rex, like we used to work side by side on a lot of projects, and that was one thing I always admired about how you moved, was that quiet but assertive.
Yeah.
Like and like I was like, but Aubrey, like the way I operate is very much the way you operate. Like I feel like that's something that the passion can get misconstrued as aggression, and maybe that's partially on us because of how we say certain things. But I think the other part about it is it comes from.
It's almost like apologize later.
Yeah,
Rex is already pre-calculated. He already
yes. Like we'll think about it on the back end and be like, now I gotta have a side conversation with the homie or the person on the team.
That's right.
The reason my shit be pre-calculated because I'm usually the one that still needs to get something done, right? Like on the work side, right?
Talk about that, right?
Because it's like you have to. It's like you got to have. It's always been a thing with that. You got to have the right balance, right? You got to be assertive enough or stern enough, but you can't be an ass.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm still.
Can't be an ass.
I need you to do this. When I say need, I'm talking about like in a real time, right?
Yeah.
You don't want them to shut down and be like, well,
fuck you. Who the fuck are you?
I'm not fucking
with you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I need to have that
HR.
level of respect where it's like, who am I talking to? Who am I listening to? Who are the ones in charge? And I don't mean it like that, but it's like who's in charge and like, well, he is. Right? And they come to you. And if you're not, it's got to be like strict enough where they're like, got it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You can't sound insecure even if you don't know what the fuck is going on. But, you know what I mean? So that's kind of.
So does aggression make you insecure?
No. Aggression doesn't make you insecure.
It's because it's not aggression, right? You're not coming at somebody like you're in your head when you're coming.
More passion than aggression.
Passion.
You're not.
It's passion.
You're not coming at them like you're trying to fight your team. Like you're like. It comes across aggressive because it's the passion behind the idea that you guys are trying, that you guys came up with and that you're trying to execute. So if, like there's a misstep or something, or a deadline miss or something, and you've already laid out like what this all should be and what the timelines are and everything. That's where it comes across as I feel like, and maybe this is me speaking from a biased view, but that's how I feel it comes across. Like or where it gets misconstrued as aggression. Because sometimes you're like, yo, what the fuck are we doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's more to push them, but they might take it the wrong way. So, like, that's what I think what Rex is saying is we, like, people like you and me, it's definitely about finding that balance where, so we don't have to, like you said, like, we have to, like, he's already pre-calculating it versus us going in and then being like,
Just live wire.
right, and then we like, oh shit, now I gotta have a sidebar with the people on the team.
I gotta back it up.
Make sure they cool, like, so they like to do what Rex said. So because they're the people that are executing the work or doing the work. So like we, even if we check them, we're checking them in different ways. Like you're checking them in a way where it might be better received, and we're coming in hot and then
what
having
the
to come
fuck are you guys doing?
that is something I say.
I've definitely had to hit Tony with the chill, man. Let's chill. Hold on a second, G.
Yeah,
let me holler at these cats, bro. No, really, like stop.
Yeah,
Right.
because but to your point. We're just taking two different approaches we're saying the same thing. We want to get the job done.
It's the same end result we're looking to happen.
Yes, and the right way. We're trying to get
not
executed.
the right way, the best way.
The best way.
Yes.
And I think the way we're looking at it sometimes on the flip side of that is we're thinking the best way is the way we envisioned it in our head initially, right?
You don't know?
So if the shit go off, yes, you know? So, but, it's interesting
you're right.
though, man. Like, it's...
I'm trying to take a picture with this goddamn phone, but every time I like use the microphone, it looks like a fucking dick in my mouth.
Because
Man, you look like one of them old people on the Michigan Ave, like...
Right. How do you do that? How do you post to Facebook?
Can you take this picture for me?
I want to send it to my grandson.
Yeah, but no.
It's just a fine dance, man. It's just a fine dance, and it just comes with time. Hey, you've been in it. Not even you, but you know it. You've been in it, so you definitely see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a jewel for y'all. Like the folks that's listening, like I think you have to understand that balance between like Rex and how he approaches things with like a calm attitude, and then you have to also balance it out with like, you know, how maybe, you know, Tony B and myself jap off. That's probably not politically correct. But
Snap.
Yeah, how we go off on some shit. But
Beto, what about you?
Yeah, Beto like you. Beto is calm.
I was gonna say for the most part, I feel like Beto is pretty chill with it.
Pretty chill for the most part.
I mean, that's how chill he is. Like, that's how chill he is.
He's like, and I'm out.
Yeah,
That's how chill he is.
He's done, man.
Yeah.
But
you know, that's something like I feel like I've been applying lately. Like I'll come like with my team, I'll come in hot. But then when we're on calls with like, you know, presentations or with other departments or whatever, what I've gleaned from them is like I was talking to some of these team members today, the junior team members, and they were like, man, the way like sometimes we be on these calls like it doesn't make sense, like, and we're trying to connect the dots, and we texted each other or on Slack or whatever, you know, saying like, but we don't want to come in hot, you know, and be like, this, you know, what the fuck, like, and they told me today, but the way then you come in and the way you say it is exactly what we was trying to say, but you said it right, like everyone, like you didn't say it like in a rude way or
strip the emotion out of it. That's essentially the takeaway. You can't speak with emotion.
Yes.
all right, so when you're trying to sell deals, Rex,
Then you can be emotional.
no,
Go ahead.
I'm like just in general, like for the folks that's listening, like at the end of the day, I think you're the perfect balance for all of us. Like, what do you when you're walking into a room and you don't agree with a business deal? What's your top 3 things to do?
Listen to it.
Listen to what? The idea?
To whatever it is still, yeah. You got to listen to it.
Listening. Yeah.
And then completely hear it, listen and hear it all the way through. And then you have to find something that in there that's good. Or at least something that you can be like, take out of it.
So don't kill nothing.
You can't kill everything. You know what I mean? And even if it's just delivery, something.
This motherfucker dropping jewels over here. Go ahead, boy.
Yeah, no, really, you just got to find something in there that was good. That way you can, instead of telling them that it sucked, you know what? Those shoelaces and those sneakers are awesome.
Yeah.
I loved how you tied them up. But the way I would have put them with the jeans and the shirt and the hat and this and that, I would have put it together like this.
Listen to this man,
and then it would have worked
right
out well, right?
Yeah.
So I think there's something because once you kill everything, not everybody, but people are defensive.
They lose their
now
spirit.
It's like, I'm not fucking with your shit because you ain't fucking with my shit.
Yeah.
And then the third one, I don't know. You got to really just kind of read the room, really engage the room, so you know how to.
Y'all motherfuckers better be taking notes on what this guy is saying right now.
This motherfucker just gave y'all some game.
He just gave y'all free game, free 99.
Free 99.
That's a fact.
I think you got to gauge the room because if you speak to how would you say it, Tony? If you regardless of whatever you're delivering, you have to speak. So
you got to know your audience.
Yeah, you got to understand it, right? And figure out something that you can compare it to that they're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I think those are for me, the three things right there that
I gotta write those down.
Wait, can I give a case study on Rex Cruz doing exactly what he said, and him doing it in real time, especially right now. This is timely because it's March. South by Southwest was going on. Let me just tell you how this exactly what he just said there. He applies this to not just business, South by Southwest.
Oh, I already know how he moves.
That's what it should be called. South by SouthRex.
South by South. That's the name of this episode. South by SouthRex. That's a fact.
South by SouthRex. Yo, and it's crazy because this last week I've been talking to 3 people just hit me randomly, and they're all people that we went with at South by Southwest, and their experience at South by Southwest was with all of our homies, but it was it was fueled by the Rex Cruz approach.
By this motherfucker, trust me, I already know.
So him putting that shit in motion in real life, watching it is such a fucking.
It's an art form, bro.
It is an art. Yes,
it's an art form, man.
It is nuts.
I wish you could just see this shit in motion because when he does it, it'll be like a gang, so many people that do not have tickets or passes anything to. And this is not just at South by Southwest. This is when the genesis of it happened, and everybody was like, "Wow." The amount of people.
I've been to so many parties with this dude, and he would always tell me, I'd be behind him, right? He was like, yo, stay close, stay close, stay close, stay close, stay close. And then all of a sudden, I'm somewhere that I shouldn't be with Dave Chappelle or with fucking Bun B, or some random person comment, you know what I mean? We always end up somewhere in a weird area because
you follow.
You know what?
You just stuck with it.
Yeah, I'm just following this
Stay
motherfucker. But that's what it gets back to, the gift of gab.
It's a gift of gab because
Rex has that gift of gab.
And that's what I'm gonna say the case study is. He would go up and we would be like, there's no way we would get, and it would probably be two of us maybe that had passes or tickets or badges or whatever. And then, Rex would go up, talk to the guy at the gate.
No money, no nothing.
No, ain't no money exchange.
Nothing. And even if it, there was sometimes it would be everyone, all 50 people or whatever.
Let's go.
are coming in. And mind you, the talking point prior to that is
Wu-Tang in this motherfucker.
Man, it's capacity. There's no way anybody else is coming in here, period. And then all of a sudden, and then everyone come in. But it's that stay close thing. Then there might be some times where it's all right, we gonna go in and then we'll figure it out.
Figure out.
And then
might not be able to come.
everyone will get in, but just not right at the same time. But everyone
respect the space.
Yes.
But that's knowing the audience. So
that's knowing the audience, and that's also the pivot plan that you were talking about.
Yeah, hold on, but
you never walk away.
No, for $4.99. Email 3 sides to a story 123.
Yeah.
At rexcruz.com and you will be able to get
subscribe to games.
You can turn into the webinar.
Yeah, you'll be able to get into any venue or anything you want to do, or meet whoever you want to meet.
I don't even really say it, and we could go to the next thing, but it was funny. So to Tony's point, we was at the South by SouthRex, and we was doing this whatever shit, right?
You have trademarked that shit, bro. We gonna do a South by Southrex activation at South by Southwest next year.
Let them talk that talk.
We pulled up like T said, like literally I remember it was like 18 of us, and when I'm gonna tell T, he'll remember it. So we were going back to a little after party situation or whatever, and it was like 2 Chainz, a couple other cats, and those guys were pulling up and they were going through, right? And so 2 Chainz got to the front and literally I think we let 17 people in. And he stopped.
Said 17.
No, really, it was 17.
Seriously. Yeah, no exaggeration.
And Chainz stopped and he was like, man, bro. He's like, I can't remember your name and I don't know exactly where I know you from. He's like, but everywhere I keep going, I keep seeing you and when we're in the same places doing the same thing. He's like, so I just want to say what's happening again and just keep it moving like that.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, real time out of that, so.
Bro, the first night we were at, my first year at South by Southwest, it was 2013. The first night, the shit he was moving us into, and then ending the night with Talib and DJ EQ and all these cats.
Yeah, no, it's out of control.
This guy is, and the funny thing is that the last thing I want to say about this is everyone comes up to him after the fact and it's like, yo, bro, what did you, how did you just do that? What did you say? And Rex would always be like, I don't know. I just started talking to them.
I don't believe that shit.
No, but that goes back to what he was saying earlier. It's point one of his at point one of your strategy.
Listen.
It's listen. So when he goes up and is like, "Yo, I got these people. I'm trying to get them in." They're saying, "Hell no, it's at capacity."
This, that, or that.
You're listening and taking it in, and then being like, and in your head, you're figuring out
What's the response?
What's
the response? Right, I'm gonna hear you.
Like, what those 3 things he said, he literally has done that.
That's it, T. Those 3 things. Listen, take
and
something
then,
out of what the nigga said,
and then drop some goddamn.
And then just come back and be like, I heard everything you said.
Because
and I really don't give a fuck. And this is what I'm really gonna do.
Yes.
So I heard what you said, right?
Because it would go from
Wagwan.
It would be get everybody in, or we gonna get them in doses.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll let you do your thing. But
everyone will still be in, you know?
Yo, what does Wagwan mean?
Like, what's happening?
Like
what's going on?
What up, though?
What's Wagwan? Wagwan.
You know what's up, though?
The Bulls, hopefully.
Aaron Rodgers.
Nah, I knew it was some sports activities coming.
Packers.
It was going to come in.
Aaron Rodgers.
He might fuck around and be like, I tricked y'all. I don't want to play anyway.
Yeah, he already signed.
I know he might have signed, but he might be like, cancel that shit.
He gonna pull. Maybe he pulled a Tom Brady. You know what?
Nah, he good. But
I wasn't ready. I'm retired.
How long did he sign for?
2 years. That's all we need. That's it.
Which is one in a trade.
You know what?
If he could have come to Indy and had
with
Jonathan Taylor in the backfield, why wouldn't you?
Why Tony B get Indy and everything,
and Darius Leonard, why wouldn't you, Aaron? Why wouldn't you, Aaron?
You still think Bob Sanders played for the...
Yo, man, Pat McAfee is his best friend.
Bro,
his best friend.
Let me tell you something, man.
Is he not?
I don't, yeah. But let me tell you this, though, man. Like, what I wish would have happened to a certain degree.
To the Bears?
That would have been terrible. But I wish that we could have got Deshaun Sanders. Not Deshaun. Is it Deshaun Sanders or Deshaun Watson?
I was about to say that's shady, ain't it?
I wish we could have got Deshaun Watson, bro. I would have loved to have seen him.
So you would have been comfortable with him gone if
we can got Deshaun Watson? Yeah, 100%. Adios, compadre.
But I mean, but
they was talking Deshaun Watson to like Tampa Bay. Obviously,
he's gone already, right?
No.
The Colts tried to holler, and they were like, no.
Somebody picked him up.
No.
The Colts Houston shut it down because they were like, we're not trading
in the conference in the same division or whatever.
Division, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were like. Tampa Bay, they were saying, and
But in your defense, like in the Packers'
homie's
defense,
nice though. He's nice.
Yeah, he's nice.
But in the Packers' defense, this thing didn't get resolved till
Gross.
just now, so they had to move on Rodgers. They couldn't wait.
Yeah, we still ain't got no answer for the best wide receiver
Devontae
in
Adams,
the
right?
league. Yeah, Devontae.
He might come to the Bears.
Man,
Is he a free agent or no?
No. They just tried to
Franchise him?
Yep. And he was pissed about it.
I don't understand how that franchise shit works.
I don't understand how
It's
that works
weird,
either,
too.
man.
I don't
It's
know.
like because it's like a franchise you, but then like nobody
What does
can
that mean?
fuck with you,
So-
but niggas be pissed when they do it
they can lock you up for like the lowest cost or something.
at your
'cause-
league at the league
Yeah.
veteran or some shit.
Yeah. Or I don't
That's
know.
what-
I
yeah.
mean, we could be totally wrong.
Beto, you know what it is? He's gonna be like, no.
Nah,
Nah, hell no, I don't know what it is.
I don't know how that works.
We asked him about some goddamn hockey or some goddamn skirt steak. He don't know how to
Some
answer
barbecue
that.
sauce.
Some barbecue sauce. You don't know the answer to that.
I don't know how that works.
bullshit. So, but nah, like that dude, Devontae is dope, but Deshaun Watson, man, deserves. Yo, what y'all think about Colin Kaepernick, man? You saw him working out?
I didn't see, but I heard and seen. But it's like
Yo, get the fuck out of here.
Can he come?
bro.
Can he? I mean, can he play?
I would assume.
He can, but I mean, like what? Like,
But they
you-
bullshitting that shit though. Like the man should have been playing like 4 years ago.
100%.
And-
He
and
should have
also-
never stopped playing.
That's
Yo,
right.
but on the flip side of that, like, what's the message here? Like,
Maybe does he really want to play?
like now he's basically like pitching himself to come back, but then what happened with the? Remember, like the last workout or whatever.
He could.
Yeah.
I don't. They said it was like bad conditions where he's supposed to be working out at that time, or they didn't like the. I don't remember what it was. It was like too much media. I honestly, I don't even. Why did?
I mean, I say all this to say like when like what Colin did and what he stood for, and the whole protest, it was the right thing to do, and like.
What you saying, Tony B? Come on.
He like him coming.
Wrap
like,
it up?
Does he want to like play or not? Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Obviously, I hope he. I mean, his message, and I don't
no,
want
but
to take a
what,
message
do you want to
away.
play for the? Do you want to play for the league that you took a stance against?
Yeah, that's the only league to
Like,
play for.
The league
Yeah,
didn't.
he ain't
the-
going
what-
to Canada.
What,
He would've
what,
been up
what,
there.
what I'm saying is the league hasn't done anything to address what he was saying. So why do you want to come back to that league?
But I don't think he ever stepped away. I guess, right? Y'all fired me. In
I don't
theory.
know. Like, would you? I don't know if
True.
I would want to come back. I think
I guess
he's.
it kind of
That's
goes
what
with
I'm. That's where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
Why would you
Maybe
want
he
to come
wants-
back to a league that blackballed you?
That's
think he-
more
I
the
think-
question.
And
He
they
got
haven't
something-
and they haven't figured out why.
Yo.
Like the
He
Yeah,
got
they made
something
it
to
better.
prove, bro. I think he just wants to prove.
He can still play.
Yeah, I don't think it
I
has
mean,
anything
like,
to do
don't-
with the black shit. I think he just want to prove, like,
Well, I think he
I
never
can
wanted
come
to
out here and
prove any
kick your
black
ass.
shit. And I don't mean prove black shit, but I don't think that was never his mission. I think he was just being him. And
shout out to the Wisconsin boys.
no,
and
but
it-
it became a platform. Like he was
It
like,
became
I'm
a
standing
platform.
on this, and this is what I'm about. Like,
but I guess it's like what we were kind of talking about earlier. If you're doing something and somebody checks your integrity, you're not going to be like, all right, I'm going to stop.
Right, I'm gonna go hard. Like,
Not, you know what I mean? And he didn't even go hard. He just kept doing what he was doing.
yeah, but he looked good in all the fucking videos, man. But it's videos, right? Like,
I mean,
I look good probably if I ran the videos that worked out in a few months.
hell no, you wouldn't. No, you out here loose, bro.
I mean,
Super.
don't get me
Changed.
wrong. Like watching his videos and everything, like I
Shout
wouldn't
out
be,
Reef.
I wouldn't be mad if he came to the Colts, but he he definitely ain't. They ain't gonna do that.
You'll
but-
take him over Trubisky?
Yeah,
Colin Kaepernick.
You goddamn right.
hell yeah,
What?
Beto, what you saying?
all day, all day.
Beto on some bullshit, man. Don't even.
He's going to say no.
I would take Tom Brady over Trubisky.
Of course.
like, and I can't believe that.
So
dirty-
why Tom Brady just woke up and he was like, did he really want to retire?
No, he
I don't
definitely
think
did.
so. I don't think
That
so.
retire sounded like a pump fake the whole damn time.
I feel
Yeah.
like something like that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of corny. You remember when Hove like retired after the Black Album?
Corny. Now you
For like
gonna
a
go
year and a
home?
half.
Oh, wow.
No, I didn't mean
We
to go
gotta
like that.
relax.
No, I'm just trying to like equate it to like it's almost like Hove came back for a different reason,
Yeah.
and it
Why
took,
did Hope come back?
well, and it wasn't like he came.
Oh shit! Now come on, Tony. You
it
better
wasn't
come
like
with
he
it.
came right back like 2 months
It
later.
was like a year and a half later or something.
He did the Black Album in what 2003.
I don't know, man.
All right, let's
Something like
go
that.
back with Tom Brady. Go ahead, though.
But
No.
the fact, what's the difference between Jay and Jay? You can play that game until you're 80 years old, Jay-Z, right? Brady, you can't physically. You just can't like.
You can't take time off.
Well,
Not
no,
now.
yeah, you can't take time off, or you just can't take those hits.
But I feel like Jay
can rap his ass off until he's 70 years old.
But with Jay, the different thing is Jay was supposed to retire after Reasonable Doubt, right? That was the plan, right? That was Rockefeller's plan. Jay drops Reasonable Doubt, retires, and then they just build Rockefeller, right?
Yeah.
But then Jay-Z becomes a
Star.
right? So him coming.
Yo, how do you even think about retiring that early in your
I was just sitting there saying the same thing. It's like, I'm going to get my first job and then be out.
because the first
strategy.
single, because that's why Hov is the GOAT, man. Because the first single
Wait,
was
say that again, Tony?
the.
Say it for the people in the bleachers one more again. Hold on. The niggas in the cheap seats with their back against the wall.
One of the
Say
goats.
that.
One of the goats.
I heard the shot fired.
One
Go ahead,
of
though.
the goats. One of the goats.
I heard it.
But
I heard
he's
it. Go
top.
ahead.
He's got to be top 3 for what that was. Like he was supposed to.
No, go ahead. Keep saying what you were saying about the GOAT. Keep it going.
Yeah, he was supposed to retire off one album. That's how great they knew that album was going to be, that he could retire off that and they could build a label. So, like, the business mind behind that is what is that differentiating point. Feel me? Like, is it not?
I think so, man. I just don't think that. I mean, some of that stuff is like salacious, right? Like, I'm gonna retire, and then
It's lip service.
and then hold on. Then you sit at the crib and you like, yo, you know what? Like, I'm ready to battle again. It's that battle spirit. That's
So
what
you're saying it's the same thing.
That's what you and I have, right? Rex is very much whoever the strategic athlete is, or rapper that just comes in and dives in and out and does it for like and gets a gang of bread, but just does it like real smooth.
Rex is Bobby Bonilla.
32 years later.
Shout out to the Killer Bees Pirates.
But at the same time, like the ones that are aggressive burn out fast, and that's you and I. Like the ones that just kind of like respond to everything. Joe Budden, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Button responds to everything. He gonna battle everybody. He don't give a fuck. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna go do this, but it's a real quick burn. What Rex does is more of a calculated kind of risk, and like I'm gonna dip in, I'm gonna dip out, and then me and you is like big dog, pit bull. I'm gonna fight every dog, even if it's a fucking chihuahua. And you know what I mean? And I'm 180 pounds. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna fight this little 17-pound dog. Like, and those motherfuckers die early, so we gotta figure that out.
Save
That's
that
all
We
I'm
do
gonna
gotta figure that out,
Save
man.
that energy.
Yo, man, like, no, seriously, like, my pops tells me this all the time. He's like, hey, man, you got, like, he's like, you gotta chill out sometimes. Like, it's like, you gonna have a stroke, bro. Like,
I know.
he's like, and you should not be having a stroke at this age.
I definitely was one that definitely would be coming close to strokes before.
Man,
yeah.
Just had to refine it. Damn, though, Tom Brady, though, definitely not to stay on it too long. But why'd he come back? It definitely ain't the money. Is the competition, or is he ain't want to be home?
I think it's the love of.
I can still do it.
I
I mean,
mean,
he
it
was
was
a couple
also-
plays away, right?
It's not even the love though. It's like he saw the moves getting made with some of these QBs shaking around,
And then
like,
he knew Aaron was gonna get re-signed. So he's like, yo, you know what? No, like real talk. Like, yo, he coming back? All right,
why can't I come back?
I'm gonna do another year.
He's like, I was already right here, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game, but it
They
seemed like it
gonna,
was a
they
few
gonna put
plays
the line.
away.
They gonna put the line in front of him. He gonna be protected. Like it ain't no.
It's almost like the polar opposite of Marshawn Lynch. He just retired and was like, I'm done.
I'm
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
No, but it's a love of the game. Like that's why. Like I guess that's the point too. Like I don't want to shit on Tom. Like
No, ain't nothing to shit on Tom about.
even though he's a former Patriot, like we're not gonna shit on him.
Nah.
There's never nothing to shit on Tom Brady about.
And
No.
the love of the game, man, was crazy, man. These cats be taking like massive injuries, man. Like you don't really think about it until like
I mean
Your
that's why.
fucking-
That's
your
why
fucking-
Andrew look.
till your fucking toe gets cut off, or you know,
Toe.
like or your fucking what's the dude that was a lineman and got his fucking
Finger chopped in the middle of it.
Yeah, like he didn't have no finger. Like
Ronnie
all of a
Lott
sudden,
had that shit happen. At
Ronnie Lott. Oh, he got it stuck in somebody's helmet.
face mask.
Face mask. Yeah. And you think about that and you're like, man, is that shit worth it? But, you know, maybe it's worth it, man. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, right? Like, we saw Deion.
That's crazy on Deion.
Right? Yeah. Like, Deion, like, I don't think nobody knew what he was going through.
They
like,
said
we saw it.
Everyone kept saying the videos, like he was on the
scooter thing.
Yeah.
At one point, they told the man they was thinking about amputating his
whole
leg.
Yeah.
His whole leg?
His leg.
Like, what the fuck happened?
This is prime time. This man is like 56 probably.
So what the fuck happened? Like, why?
He got so it's not crazy. I don't know the exact, but he had a surgery, and he had like an internal infection, and basically, I don't know the exact details on it, but it came from that. So, yeah, it's similar to not similar like Alex Smith, but remember Alex Smith had that surgery, and then Alex Smith, when he broke his whole leg.
Yeah, but he wasn't gonna get amputated, was
No,
it?
but it was because he caught an infection. He caught an infection after the surgery, and then it basically like starts killing your skin. I don't know if the same thing that Deion had, but he caught an infection after the
So they cut Deion what, a big toe off?
2 toes.
That's a whole different way to walk.
He can still walk, but it's such a premier type athlete.
Yeah.
Go ahead, T. What?
So this happened back in October. He got admitted to the hospital in October. Was there for like 23 days. They diagnosed him with femoral arterial blood clots, which were cutting off the blood flow to his whole left foot. And it started in his calf. That's why he was on that
scooter to keep it off keep the
little
blood off,
thing, right?
Elevated.
Right. Then that ran to the entire length of his leg and developed this compartment syndrome. Man, so that's why that's why they were talking about the amputation of the leg.
They couldn't control it.
No, what's crazy is like one of the most healthy athletes.
Don't lose that. Keep reading it the second.
Yeah, but one of the most healthy athletes, one of the most prolific athletes, you still end up with something like this, man. That's crazy.
But that can come from pre-existing conditions and.
Mm-hmm. So what was the rest of it you were saying then?
So as a result of that, what they were able to control that, I guess, and eventually they had to cut off the left big toe. That's crazy, man.
You said he got the gout?
No, I was saying, so what happened?
Oh, I thought you said he got it. I don't think he got the gout, though.
No, I was saying, keep reading it. No, he didn't have the gout.
No, but it was fucking up. It says this involves muscle pressure reaching levels that can limit the flow of blood and oxygen throughout your body. Oh, and that's why they had to do the amputation of his left big toe and the one next to it. So the two
main toes on his right foot.
Which is your balance,
on his left
really.
foot. On his left foot, yeah.
They said it'll be, excuse me. Excuse me. They said he'll be able to walk still and all that kind of stuff. He'll even be able to run, but obviously have to change his pattern. He ain't gonna be doing no 2-step.
But that's wild, man. That's wild. But I think the dope thing about Deion too is like how he's documenting all the stuff he's doing right now. Like the stuff he's doing with the
surgery, the healthcare,
and now it's like
and
this,
the
like
HBCU shit.
Yeah, like that. Like he's telling like
the whole game.
He's got a platform.
It's a platform, but he's like he was always an influencer, but he's an influencer right now. You know what I'm saying? Like he was an influencer in prime time. You know, that's crazy to be an influencer in two totally different.
And to single-handedly change the perception of HBCU sport.
I think it's like the top running back or the top 2 or 3 running backs. Not running backs, but the top.
He just signed a receiver. It was
They're
like
taking
number
4-star
2. I know that for
receivers.
sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a receiver.
But he's supposed to go like to Florida State or something like that.
And he's going to
Jackson State.
Yeah.
So that's, let's talk about how impressive that is.
That's impressive.
To go from saying like the powerhouses in college football to say, nah, I'm going here. When you have offers from both of those schools, that says a lot, man.
You know, all right, this is my prediction. I think hopefully more kids do it, right? Just keep doing it. But the reason I think they fall in love with it is because of a father figure like Deion Sanders. right? Like he come to your crib, regular dude. When he go to Tennessee or Mississippi or wherever he goes and like travel, you'll see him on Instagram. Be like, hey, like I'm looking for some good soul food and a good pastor. That shit, like in a weird way, it connects to you,
resonate with your family
and your soul and your.
It feels
family.
like family
And
coming
like,
to recruit you. Yeah.
And if you see this man and he presents himself the way he presents himself to us, then that's a father figure, bro. That's bigger than
That's
football.
true.
and he gets it.
And he get it. And he get it, man. Like he understands. Like so, yeah. Shout out to Deion.
He's
man.
somebody that's
Like,
been there, that has been in
100%.
their place, right? So
he went to. Deion went to.
Florida State.
Florida State. Yeah.
Was it Florida State?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seminoles, G.
I almost wanted to say it was Miami, but I think
No,
yeah.
Mike
Florida
Irvin was
State.
Miami.
Mike
Yeah.
Irvin was Miami.
Ray Lewis
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
them
Yeah,
rock.
yeah, you're right.
So Tallahassee,
So-
he know.
We shout out Tallahassee, G.
Yeah, he a down south kid, man. So yeah, I think that's amazing, man. Like shout out to them.
They're doing some games. Speaking of, I can't remember his I feel like it's probably football, where it's like UCLA versus like Jackson State.
Oh
or-
yeah, like they're having like HBCUs on
Like-
televised games, right?
Yeah.
Not like regular season
Against
shit.
big,
yeah.
against
Well,
private
I don't know if
programs.
how they regular season in it, but it's definite televised.
Oh wow, that's
It's
dope.
not like bowl games and no shit.
Big names.
That's dope.
Yeah,
It's like on a regular schedule. It's non-conference.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
they
dope.
giving them the proper like
They give-
proper
yeah,
like
it's in the
airtime.
It's in
yeah.
that regular season game. You're just playing against Jackson State or whatever. You know?
Yeah.
But they
I ain't
picked out like a big. I mean, hopefully they've at least balanced it so it's not playing against like Oklahoma or Auburn or some shit. But
Right.
you know,
That's true. That's true.
Yo, shout out to them dudes, man. You know, what y'all think about I got a very specific opinion about
ain't it your bedtime in a minute? No,
yeah, I'm tired. I'm getting tired. But what you think about how Ralph Lauren is
Oh, the HBC,
the HBC
the Morehouse and Spelman?
I got a very specific opinion about it, but I'll let you speak on it first.
So I heard, like, from what I've gathered from it,
You saw this, Rex?
I saw it, but I didn't hear it. I saw it.
so it's a HBCU specific drop.
Yeah, it's like two.
But it's Morehouse and Spelman.
And Spelman, yeah.
But Jared Jeter was behind the
Derek Jeter?
Jared Jeter.
Jason.
Jason's like cousin.
Oh, Jason
or-
Jason Peterson?
No, this kid named Jason Jeter, right?
Nah, I'm not hip.
with T.I. and Strivers Road. And
Oh yeah, nah.
Grand Hustle.
Grand Hustle.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So I think it's his cousin or his brother or something. Like that's what I was reading about today. Like he went to Morehouse and he's the guy that was behind this collaboration with Ralph Lauren. So there was like a backlash from some people that was saying it was like it was only focused on two HBCUs, but
Yeah.
there's that history with Morehouse and Spelman and why, and if he's the guy that was behind it, why
Sure. Right.
that would be the
The relevancy of it.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I think
Without knowing this, go ahead. Without
No,
knowing
no,
this, I'm blurting out. Without knowing the story, I get it because then it looks. But then I guess the communication of the storytelling should have been done in a better way.
And I
If that's the backlash, but go ahead.
I
No,
think that's what they're saying. It wasn't communicated clearly
No.
on the website.
Because
Like,
I only saw it as the two schools. I didn't even get as far just because there's a gazillion things happening. But
yeah.
I didn't even give it a far to put in the judgment. But my initial thought was, why only two schools?
Yeah, I dig. I mean, I dig it, but it really is it's kind of a dig to what's the name of the company in Harlem? I think they're in Harlem. The brothers that's been there forever. That's been doing.
Fubu who? I
Yeah,
ain't even being
that
bogus.
He said
motherfucker.
FUBU in
No,
Harlem.
that's the brother that does it. It's a whole brand that has that like kind of 1920s, 30s, 40s.
BK. What's P?
Brooklyn Circus.
Brooklyn Circus?
Brooklyn Circus. Yeah,
Oh, those are the homies.
that's
Yeah.
what yeah.
But think about the look that they did 10, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah. Ouija and them cats. Yeah.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
the same look, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It really is.
The Black
like,
It
Collegiate.
is. It is.
Yeah, it's always been about black collegiate, black
From like the 50s look too, with the tweed and the
that's
wool
the same.
pants
It's
and
the same look.
But that's
The
what some
PF
of the
flyers.
backlash was too. Like on Twitter, like people were saying like, "Oh, this is like bringing up like is looks like Jim Crow type vibes and stuff." But to your point, that's what that black collegiate look was,
Dude.
Like,
So you
Like,
know what
I think it would have
is?
just been dope if they would have went to like
It's people
we're gonna
getting
do
mad
a collab with
for no reason,
Brooklyn
you know?
Circus.
that too.
Brooklyn
but
Circus polo.
You know what the problem?
and
I
go.
don't want to say the problem is, but everything is a story, right? And without having, and this I learned this from you.
Yeah,
Without having a story, people are going to come to their own conclusions.
yeah.
it's a story,
You know?
and the story is like this guy worked at the
Story
the
is
polo store.
The story is that I fucking went to the HBCU, and to your point,
He worked at Ralph Lauren, and then he went to.
It was a moment in time.
and this is how he dressed, and now he had a platform and created this collaboration with them. And
But
so what,
I mean, does it not look like Brooklyn Circus though? Am I
Yeah,
it
lying
do.
here?
Yeah,
It
it
do.
does.
I didn't.
Yeah, it does.
I honestly didn't think about that till you mentioned it. But
I didn't-
yes,
yeah,
it 100%
it definitely does because again, it's that woolly kind of varsity.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
You
that.
know?
Race car, like one
Yeah,
big,
yeah,
one
yeah,
big
yeah.
number, or
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
big
yeah,
Yeah.
The football or whatever it may be.
old school football.
Yeah,
Shout out to
whatever.
100%.
Brooklyn Circus. Yeah.
So part of that is dope, man. But I do, you know what I do like, and I'm looking forward to is that
Dap. I heard it sold out.
It's bro.
It's
you didn't
already
hear
out?
what happened with
It's
that?
done.
no, it's already out.
They don't even think it. The talk is right now is that people don't even think it was an actual drop because everyone is saying they know no one who got a hoodie. They're saying like it was all bought by bots. Like the drop, like people were saying like it was also pre-sale. So you shouldn't have had to wait in queue to purchase it if you had a pre-sale card. So there was all this shit behind it. Like it was one
like
of the worst drops ever.
So explain when you say to the cats so they get it. So when you say it was bought by bots, so they set it up to have it like they set it up or this what?
There are people that like fucking nerds that are sitting in their
Yeah.
fucking parents'
Oh, yeah,
basements
yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
that have like teams of bots where they just when these drops happen, it's timed and they go in and they buy all the sneakers, the hoodies, whatever the fuck
And then
the
they're
drop
gonna
is.
resell them afterwards. You think?
And it's all to resell.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it is, to mark it up and resell the shit.
Hype beast it out.
They
so yeah.
they
so nobody
fucked the whole
tangibly
game
has
up.
one of these except the resale
Nobody.
joint that's coming
I
next.
literally like out of everybody I follow that
I
would
haven't seen anybody post one.
I ain't see. I would love it. I would
Hip-hop-
love that.
No, I haven't seen one posted.
my boy Alvin, who runs Hip Hop Wired and Cass's Lifestyle, he wrote a whole
So he's
article
like, ain't
about
nobody
it.
got these shits.
They were like, bro, all the influencers on social media from the culture were like, what the fuck?
I ain't seen Sway, nobody. You know what I
nobody,
mean?
nobody.
Diddy,
So-
nobody.
That shit look dope though, man.
And it was that. You know what I mean? But like you said, generally you would at least seen Puffy would have had one on or some shit.
Nobody got it.
Yeah, I ain't see it nowhere.
Nobody got it.
I
Like,
ain't see it nowhere, man. You know what I did see though? That Joel Ortiz and
Oh shit.
what was it?
Crooked-
Joe
King
Slaughterhouse
Crooked.
came out with some shit.
Slaughterhouse, Joel, Joe Budden, Royce. That was interesting, man.
Before you jump in, who was the illest nigga who was the illest nigga from Slaughterhouse?
man,
They're all ill,
God damn, that's
but
hard.
Royce is my
bro.
favorite.
I was gonna say probably Royce.
Royce, yes.
Royce, because he's a
I'm gonna
storyteller.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Royce or either
Joel.
I'll go with Budden.
Joel,
Joel.
but a lot of people say Crooked Eye.
Crooked
It's the
Eye too.
illest out of that group, but I would say Joel and Royce for sure. That's hard though, man. That's a tough. That's
Just
tough,
based
man.
on your personality.
You
That's
know,
tough, man.
before we continue on this conversation, let me make this
Joel,
quick.
I mean, real quick, because Joe Budden is nice.
Yo, they all
Budden
nice.
is nice,
All them
man.
niggas
like,
is nice.
They all
Cats be
nice.
sleeping on Budden, man. Like that's
Budden
one
got
of the
into the
nicest.
soap opera
like,
shit. You know what I mean? The
They
same
all
reason why his
nice.
fame escalated is the same reason why the niggas feel his rap shit was
I
whack.
think that's why they were so dope as a group. Like any one of them could come off with the hardest verse
On any track.
on any track, and
Yeah,
it could be
yeah.
one of the four anytime. Like that's why they were such a
Joel had like that drunken monkey style.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Joel is nice, man.
You know what I
Crook
mean?
is
That's
nice.
hitting you, crooked, hitting you. Royce had the stories.
The
but
punch,
it was like,
Crook was like the
yeah.
punchlines.
They was all ill, man. They
Yeah.
They had the possibility of being the most lyrical group of all time.
Yeah.
If they would have kept going.
You know what?
And then it was on Shady, so they had the outlet.
Yeah.
That's true.
They let that
That's
go.
true.
They let that go.
I mean, you had the biggest outlet
but that got let go because Button wasn't rocking with.
because you weren't delivering.
Yeah.
Right.
Nigga got into the diva shit.
But you know what they're saying now is that Button was the reason everything got halted was Button was still locked into a contract with his other label and something I forget
Amalgamate.
Anomaly or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. So they were saying
Anomaly or some shit. Yeah.
right. They were saying like the whole genesis of it where they were all free agents, so they could entertain any offer together. But he was signed. He was the only one that was signed to that label. So when they signed the deal with Shady, that label came in and said, "Yo, but he's still signed to us." So that's what Crook and Joel are saying held up the Slaughterhouse.
Nigga, Tony B be doing homework on this shit.
Process. Man, those were.
I love that Tony B. Like, we all hip hop in this motherfucker.
Man,
he go hard on
bro.
shit
Those were
that
four of my favorite MCs,
Nah, bro.
man.
You don't know how many like flights and how many gym workouts and how many joints I've done to Slaughterhouse. Literally.
Yeah.
Like literally anytime like getting off a flight like 7 a.m. when you got to get up for a meeting, I was like, put the Slaughterhouse.
Put that Slaughterhouse.
Put the
shit.
Slaughterhouse. Put the
Shit, how
Royce in.
you ready,
Put
ready
that
to
Royce
go.
in.
Run
Yeah.
through
Put
a
that
brick
Royce in.
wall. That's a fact,
Literally.
man.
Yeah.
So
Joe.
did y'all hear the new album though?
Nah.
I've
T
been
probably heard it.
You know what?
He was in the lab with the
I heard
niggas.
it. Yeah.
No, I ain't listened to it because I listened to the first single and then I heard what was going on and started paying more attention to that.
Wait,
and I
so
was
you
like,
heard it?
I can't fuck with this, man. Like, it's really corny to me. Like,
It's kind of dope, bro.
no, I mean, the approach to it is the content is the bars and the hooks might be dope, but the rollout, the concept behind it is very corny to me. They're saying we're dropping this album to move on from Slaughterhouse,
Yeah.
but the whole thing is rehashing the Slaughterhouse experience,
Right.
and they're shitting on the
All
other.
the past.
Yeah, like so it's like what if it's a move on process, you guys dropped the album together last year that wasn't a Slaughterhouse project. Slaughterhouse isn't happening. So
Why talking
So
about
hold on.
Slaughterhouse?
Hold on. So what would happen if I got into a beef with y'all and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take that 3 sides to a 3 sides to a story.
Turn it to
logo
one side.
and, go one side.
Dying
to
to
a
Ross on
story.
niggas.
Like,
I mean, isn't this motherfucker?
no, y'all gonna be ready to beef, or y'all gonna be like, yo, we about to battle.
You got your lyrics written, Tony?
I mean,
I know he gonna be ready to battle. See,
Yeah, we
again,
gonna-
it
we gonna
goes-
fight.
He gonna battle. Rex is gonna be like, yo, let this motherfucker play his stuff, right?
Beto, what have we been saying? David Ruffin over here, man.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like,
That's since day one.
he's
said Lauryn
waiting
Hill.
to say, ain't nobody here to listen to you,
I'm
Otis.
just saying, like, but that tells you, man, like everybody has a different point of view on how they approach the outcome and how they approach the right now. And Button is, in my opinion, Button is one of those guys that reacts quickly. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna say what the fuck he say and don't sit back on it.
Okay, so let's keep it in that vein. If we're like you said about 3 sides to a story, right? Let's literally say that if you when we're trying to figure out scheduling,
Yeah.
if one of us would say, "Well, fuck it, we just gonna do," you and Rex said you just gonna do it without me, or I just said like, me and Beto just gonna do this, or me and Rex gonna do this, or me and you are gonna. What like, and then we got on the podcast after that, and we were like, "Man, fuck Rex," or you were saying "fuck Tony B," and Beto saying "fuck." Aubrey. Like, I mean, how? Like, what's the point in that? Like, I think that's like Kanye, Mace, all this shit that's going on.
Right, that's another one that just came out.
Yeah, why are people beefing on social media?
I feel like it's money. I feel like that Joel and Crooked was like, yo, we got to get a bag, man. Like,
Let's
fuck
go
these
after these
dudes.
niggas. Yeah.
I don't think it was necessarily when they initially did it was personal, but it was very much based off of like, let's get this bag.
Okay, but that goes back to the sellout shit we were talking about earlier, right?
Yep.
Are we gonna sell our souls, right? Like, did they sell their souls by doing this? Because it's the it's the most anti-hip hop thing from a most purist hip hop collective, right? Like, so the beef on social media and Instagram Live and to drop a diss record while you're saying you don't like have bad feelings, it's all for clickbait at the end of the day. Like, they're trying to what Royce
They
and
using the name.
Sell records.
yeah,
So-
what Royce and Joe are saying is right. Like, they sold their soul for a bag on this shit.
But they got more money than both of those dudes.
Yeah, they do. But that's fucked up when that shit comes out like that.
It is, but at the same they like, yo, we ain't gotta do nothing. Like, y'all do what y'all want to do. Like,
But
that's what they should have let them do. And we're like, yo, you know what? Y'all take the name. Don't even Slaughterhouse, right? Like, y'all take the name, man. Go eat, because they making bags. Both of those dudes is making good money.
But that's a fucked up thing is they had already dropped a project together with just the two of them.
Yeah, but maybe the content wouldn't have been the same if the conversation came up to say, like, you know what? We love y'all. Take the name. Go rock. It's two of y'all. Slaughterhouse.
But that's what I'm saying, Aubrey. If something happened and we all started beefing, and then, like, again, two of the four of us said we
Start getting millions and millions and millions of dollars.
not even just that. If two of the four of us said maybe that too, but the other two said we gonna take the name and we gonna do a 3 Sides to a Story podcast and we gonna shit on, if it's me and you shitting on Rex and Beto or you and Beto shitting on me and Rex, whatever. Like, what is that? Like,
It depends,
what the
man.
fuck? Like, that's some hoe ass shit.
Nah, it depends, man. Like, if I said to y'all, like, you know what, man, I just
As men, isn't that hoe ass shit though?
Well, no, let's talk about it, and then let's get the fuck out of here. But I think, like, if we do something, and I say, like, hey, Rex, Tony, Beto, I'm tired. I don't want to do this shit no more. Like, I love y'all niggas, man, like, to death, but I'm out, right? And then Tony B says, you know what, like, if Aubrey ain't gonna do it, then I'm not gonna do it because it don't make sense. Like, this is what it was intended to be, right, and blah blah blah.
Which is what Rex and Budden are saying, or Royce and Budden are saying.
Yeah, but could I be mad at Rex
Beto
being like, yo, you know what,
we're gonna keep doing this shit.
We're gonna keep rocking. Hell nah, nigga, y'all go.
We built this shit up. This is what we do.
But then it's 2 sides to a story instead of 3 sides to a story.
It doesn't matter, bro. Like, because at the end of the day, like, I decided to walk. You decided, as Royce decided to walk because I'm not coming back. Or not coming back. You're not gonna do it because I'm not gonna do it. We can't be mad
because
at
it's not the collective.
Yeah, but we can't be mad at them for
not
like
Slaughterhouse then, right?
No, they are Slaughterhouse, but
or are they not?
No,
it's not Slaughterhouse if it's not all four.
That's like saying that's not true.
That's
like,
what it is, though.
No, that's like saying NWA was not NWA when Cube left. They was still NWA, bro.
No, that was because a motherfucker was.
No, I'm saying, but when Cube left, it was still NWA.
And he just went on to become Ice Cube.
Yeah.
But I guess it's the majority rules in that case.
Yeah.
That's what it should be.
And a white man owned that too, so that's a different story.
But the majority rules.
He was about to kill his brand. Jerry Heller wasn't about to be
but we've seen that a million times, bro. Like, there's been people that left groups and be like, you know what, I love y'all, I'm out. Go for it. You know, like,
yeah.
Owning a name doesn't get you anything but like money from
no, but okay,
from like what do you call it, merch, and no, not even publishing, but yeah, sometimes publishing, but
merch,
mostly like merch. Like, I still got a product and that, but other than that, you guys enjoy yourself.
Imagine though, Aubrey, if like I'm gonna put this in
So I gotta
perspective
do like
for
Eric
you.
Clapton and make different groups.
Yeah, imagine if one
That's
of the
right.
whispers left the group.
Don't do that.
No, I'm
Don't
gonna
do
put
that,
this
bro.
in perspective
Don't
for
do
you.
that. Don't do that, Tony B.
Imagine if one of the
I
whispers
ain't gonna
left
let
the
you-
group, and then there was a diss track
Yo,
about.
you hear this motherfucker, yo? You gonna bring up my favorite group of all time. And
I'm saying though, like, imagine if they release a diss track about leaving the group. Like, that's not how you supposed to do.
that motherfucker said they make a diss track. No, if one of the whispers leave, man, the whispers are over. Like,
It's not the whispers.
no, it's not true, man. Because think about it, like some of them
It's
motherfuckers,
not the whisper.
some of them have died. Temptations, some of them have died, and some of the greatest groups will say like, like even like Wu-Tang, right? They'll be like, oh, Dirty's in jail, but we get paid. We're gonna save his money and put it to the side, so when he get out, he can get his bread, right? I think that's the honorable way to do it. I think that's how all of us would do it. Like in this room, like if something, went wrong, hypothetically, which it would never go wrong, but if something went wrong, we're gonna be like, yo, you know what? Like, hey, we got this bread. Like, let's put it over here to this dude right here. That's our guy. And then, let us rock and go. Like, the thing is, when I saw Cricket Eye today on the interview, he was like, the problem he had, it was like, yo, we can't do business if we're not communicating. And Button wasn't obviously communicating with Crooked. And he's the one that brought the deal to the table. So we all know you can't do no business without us all talking. So the fact that happened, that means that there was a lack of communication and but nah, man, like hell no, like I would never be mad at you and don't bring I am David Ruffin, don't forget it, my nigga.
We know
but you can't bring Ralph Johnny Gill and this
I know
motherfucker.
you. That's what I was about to say.
see
It's
what's
like
happening.
New Edition, like
Straight up, man. But yeah, but that's what it is, man.
That's what it is. That's what.
What it is.
All right.
You're not rocking with the best.
Yeah, man. I'm glad we had this conversation, man. Something like we said, sometimes we gotta go off the agenda and just talk about what's going on in real life, man.
Talk that talk.
Talk that talk, man.
And I hope y'all motherfuckers will rewind this later and make sure you take them gems that Rex Cruz
Take
dropped
notes.
earlier. Yeah,
man.
This should be since we cut this session a little short. Make sure y'all take the time to do your homework on what these brothers
Do your
drop to
knowledges.
you on you, man. Like,
Yeah.
take that shit to the bank for real. Like,
Yeah.
study that shit
Learn
Do
how
your
to
mathematics.
and
do your mathematics. Learn how to shut the fuck up.
and,
Know how to
and tag Rex Cruz in the
and
comments.
text that
asking him the
motherfucker. But
question.
also, like what Rex said, know what kind of room you walking in when you walk in the room.
Read
Like,
your audience.
reading the
don't
room.
be stupid.
Reading the room is
Reading
the
the room. Read your room.
yeah.
You're not rocking with the best.
Rex, actually, before we wrap up, would you move reading the room to from 3 to 1?
Well, you got to hear them first, and that helps you kind of analyze the room, right? And then you can kind of gauge it. But
Nah, you
it
can
could
smell.
be.
You can smell that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
you
walking
definitely.
around.
But what if it's some of them niggas that like, oh, we've done the homework, the fake homework.
So should read the room be two
here we
two
go.
steps, like the intro and the outro?
Yeah, you can start to filter some stuff, but until you really hear it, that's really where.
Yo,
the
you know when
reaction.
you walk in the room.
You can feel, but you can feel the
You can
energy.
feel the energy
You can
coming
feel
in.
the energy,
Yeah.
right?
Like, damn, ain't nobody looking like this.
And that's gonna dictate how you maneuver.
Start to build Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
We out.
Anything else, though, we're gonna have to charge y'all for this shit.
Yeah,
so,
we can't be giving that free shit out. Beto, cut the music.
It's at
Cha-ching.
it's at 3 sides to a story.
It's already done.
123 at rexcruise.com.
And
Holla at
also, Cash App at 3 sides.
Hit my Venmo, my OnlyFans, all them joints.
You're not rocking with the buzz.
Words. Yo, you've been rocking with 3 Sides to a Story. Follow us on Instagram at 3 Sides to a Story, on Facebook at 3 Sides Podcast, on Twitter. Subscribe, tune in, and turn up on all podcast platforms.